Roberto, how are you, man? Good to
Hello.
see you.
How are you? Good to see you. Good, fine. And you, good?
Yeah, man. Of course, we're almost to the weekend, so I'm always excited to chill out a little bit on those days. So,
Nice.
yes, very much so. And just how are things like in the obviously training camp winding down? I'm sure it's exciting for you to get to the fight, of course, especially after how things went last time. So, like, how are you feeling physically and everything ahead of this next one?
Really, I'm happy because I don't wait. I don't cut the weight a lot, and amazing fight camp, and I'm very excited for the US. For first time to fight there, and also one is first time in US, so historic card.
Yeah,
Everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. I'm very happy, very excited. Cannot wait, and almost time ready to go.
I know it's kind of crazy, looking at how many fights and all the experience that you've had in your career that this will be your first US fight. So like for you getting to do that, how much I don't know, does it add to the fight for you? Like is that a big point of excitement? Obviously you have to change and adjust to the timing. Like are you going to get there early first of all?
Yeah, yeah. I will go. I hope like 2 weeks before fight, and yeah, I'm super excited because this is dreams come true. I'm from small village in my country. Now I fighting in US, different part of the world, and front of the USA fans, and I tried to show my skills, and that people can see my fights. Good. I try to always give my good performance, and really I'm focused for this and motivated. This is why I'm here. So I'm coming for win for sure, and yeah, dangerous guy, dangerous opponent, but ready for everything.
Absolutely, man. And just speaking of like the places that you fought in a good amount of European countries all over the world and whatnot. Is there one that you kind of enjoyed fighting in the most? Obviously, most of your career been in Poland, but is there one of the other places that has stood out as like one of the good memories in a certain spot?
Cage Warriors, I like Cage Warriors against Louis Long, 2017. I like, but nothing like one championship. This is really world stage, and people follow from everywhere. This is now I see how many interviews I give, and so much professional, like medical check, after fight, before fight, press conference. I enjoy every moment, and I'm happy here, and that this is most important thing, that I'm happy and super motivated for fight.
Yeah, I mean, just speaking of all those things, has it been an adjustment for you having to have all these things kind of coming in your face now?
Yeah, really, this is something different to me because it's full of the time of the work. So all day I'm busy, plus training, and I enjoy it. I'm not tired because really I don't cut a lot of weight, so I'm happy, and it's easy to me. I like the hydration test. I like everything, and I try to put best performance in the cage that I can in US.
Yeah, man. I mean, total professional by this point, champion for a reason, got all these things under your belt and just adding on to it, man. But I want to go back to the last fight real quick. Obviously wasn't much of a fight, didn't last very long. Big time bummer, of course. But I got to ask you, Roberto, like, was that the hardest nut shot you've ever taken in your life? Bad
For
one.
sure. Really, really hard one, and I'm very sad because first fight in one championship, in the first fight in the one cage, and that happened to me. I was ready for everything, but not for the
Yes.
no contest. This is really really stupid because I cannot. I couldn't continue because really the hit was so hard. Like I was not 100%. When I go in the cage, I was really 100%. But after this low blow, how to say, and man, this take me so much condition, and it's kill your how to wish for the fight.
Right.
You are not there. So I made one time mistake, and I continue the fight, but I learned, this is also one school from me. It's not my fault, the guy throw the knee that impossible to in this position.
Yeah.
If you throw knee, you can hit only in the balls.
Yeah.
So this is also the happens, and what I can say, I was very, sad because preparation, in that day I was really I winning the fights.
Hmm.
I feel everything, everything was good, but and even when he take me down like for 10 seconds, I get up, he feel my power too, my wrestling, and I just don't know why he throw that knee, so maybe he didn't control himself. Maybe I don't know, because this is adrenaline. I fight. I understand, But the guy have, I don't know, like 16-0, and also amateur fight is. He know what he do, But this is, like wrestlers. They go always like crazy, Like I don't know, but I'm focused really for Kadestam, and this is my goal to win this fight. And this what with Murad was is the past for me. I keep forward. I just took this like a lesson.
Hmm.
Now I just order new cup, steel cup. Also my bad was that I use phone cup, because
Right.
I had once some sponsors, they give me this, and I use always this. Never happened to me. This is first time. But yeah, I have also a lot of experience, and I wanna go, but my corner team and even Chatri said, stop the fight. It's not
Mm.
good for first health, and then
Yeah.
you know. The I have long career. I hope so. So most important thing that I'm fresh and ready for next fights, and that I don't have any damage. And yeah, no contest. I keep forward. I back in the gym. Doesn't matter what. I keep work hard every day, and yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. Just a learning lesson. And again, not much you can do in that situation, like you said, aside from put the health first, which is always most important so you can continue to go out there and whatnot. But I mean, right after that kind of happened, Roberto, did you want a rematch with Ramazanov initially?
I don't decide never,
Hmm.
because when I go after fight, when I go in the room, there was Chatri and Matthew, many guys there, and they straight away they say we plan to put you in America,
Hmm.
because I cannot decide anything, because it's up to one, so what the one decide. If they say, okay, you fight in America, what, of course that I fight,
Yeah.
it's different opponent, of course I fight now. Murad don't fight, so it's good for me that I fight, so rematch will happen, because this guy stay also in this like how to say this list,
Hmm.
he's also welterweight, so good. I have best division in the one championship. I think, yeah, like more concurrents. So the dangerous guys there, and we will meet each other for sure. Again, and yeah, I don't decide this, because I listen to what they say. Any fight is good for me. What one say, I do it, because uh, doesn't matter. It's I'm the fighter, and what is good for one is good for me too, because they know what we do, and I have to win the guys. So doesn't matter who front of me, and I have to win and fight. This is my job. I cannot talk too much. I wanna this. I'm not fighter like this.
Hmm.
So I just listen the organization, what they say, and yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, in a way, it's kind of working out a little bit better. I mean, at least in terms of kind of a good opportunity. Like you said, coming to the U.S., if you would have had like a full grueling fight in your last one, maybe wouldn't have been able to turn around and get this one. Of course, you didn't want the nut shot either, but it's like you look at how things played out. And again, going against a guy like Kadestam now, like this is the real debut in one, right, Roberto? Is that the way you're kind of looking at it? Like this is, forget about what happened in the last one. This is the real debut.
I any debut is good because this is world stage.
Yeah.
Good division and everybody's dangerous. I know, and the guys, I really they coming for kill, they coming for win, and I'm prepared for this. When you go in the cage, you have to be ready for everything, and doesn't like how to say, doesn't matter who is the name, because any guy who step in the cage, he's dangerous. This is his job, and I accept everything there because I'm ready for anything, even wrestling, striking, grappling, doesn't matter because it's MMA rules, MMA fight. So just let me know what the date, who is the opponent, that I can prepare what he do the best, so I can train and prepare for him, and I just go to fight, So you have to listen, boss. Like if they say this, you do this.
Right.
This is yeah. I'm not the guy who cry a lot out. This. People say I'm afraid of Murad, and they say that I cancel the rematch, and but I, what the one decide I do.
Right.
I cannot.
Yeah, you're not the
Yeah, I can.
matchmaker.
Yeah, of course, I cannot talk too much because I have to listen to guys because there is some rules and you have to fight, man. It's not to talk. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. And I mean, it's kind of interesting though, kind of looking at that. I know, obviously, do what you're told, go in there, fight anybody, Roberto. But entering in, like, you're still, the double champ. And as far as I'm concerned, like, KSW double champ coming in here, one of the best in the world, and multiple divisions. Like, in my opinion, I think you should have came right in and fought for the title. Because of what you've done in your career already, great winning streak, all these things. I'm curious, like, again, I know you don't pick your fights and whatnot, but were you kind of hoping or wanting a title shot right away? Or are you glad to fight some guys like, Kadestam and people first?
He was former champ. He called me before. He called me when I went to Singapore. He called me out and he broke the right hand with this
Mm.
uppercut, from his last fight, and they give me Murad. So he's like undefeated guy from Russia, good wrestling, good everything. I accept the fight. I don't say I don't want Murad. Give me that time was, or I don't know who was. Abaso was Kimira Abaso was the champ.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying okay. I don't want Murad. Give me Abaso first. So I just listen. I go to Singapore and we make the deal. This and doesn't matter. It's me, only a question is what time I get the belt. So you know, Kadestan was one champion, and this is also means something because I just get the best guys
Mm.
like Kadestan, Murad. So I hope, yeah, we meet with Christian Lee. I don't know who will be the champ, but so what one decide, and when they give me title shot, I take it. So my thing is to fight and. They have to decide
Yeah.
did I deserve or not, So I'm long time with the contract, so
Got time to take
I'm
out
happy.
everybody.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, this is my job that I fight, and what one say what I deserve, let them do, and yeah,
Yeah,
you know.
definitely, man. And speaking of
Only
Kadestam,
what only what I want, only what I want is the one championship go to Croatia. This is
oh, there we
I
go.
hope that I deserve that I bring the one in the Croatia, and that we make some. some historical events there, and so that they can see the real killers, like who is the Rotang, Dimitri
Yeah.
Johnson, me, and the many guys on the top list. So this is only what I deserve, that they go in the Croatia.
Oh, of course. Can't do it without you, man. That would be that would be the perfect way to get the title right there. We'll see how it all shakes out, but yeah, they got to do that, especially for you. So we'll see, man. But yeah, like I was saying, obviously with Kadestam coming up here first, got to get through him. First order of business, one step at a time, and like obviously very good guy, great guy to go against here in terms of how you match up with them. Like I wonder, Roberto, you fought so many great guys in your career, like do you feel there's anything that he's kind of bringing to this fight that you haven't seen before? Just like, what do you think he's most dangerous at? What do you got to avoid a little bit in this matchup with him?
Well, yeah, I faced really good guys in my career. Also, Kadestam is one of them. But he's good fighter. He coming forward. He don't give up. Uh, Good stand up, good takedown defense, condition. He was the champion for the reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I accept good fight. So good hands, good. He have the most knockouts in division. So this means a lot. So dangerous guy, and I'm prepared for this. I face also really really tough guys in my career, and who have knockout power, who have good submission wrestling. I was ready, and I think I'm the better fighter than him, and quicker, faster, also younger. And I'm also super motivated. He will be also, but I'm also, because I want I want this goal. I want to put my on the my waist belt, and this is why I'm here. So I try to be champion, of course. And people, they say already, you will be champion. No, when I have the belt, then I'm champion, because you see top division, good guys. So we will see what future brings.
Definitely, definitely. And I'm curious, like, are you a guy, Roberto, who gets like nervous or feels pressure or anything like that going into these situations? Changing scenery, U.S. debut, all these kind of things. Do you get? Is it? I mean, or do you kind of just block it out? Like, how do you feel mentally when you go into these situations?
No, I'm strong in the head, because I have also a lot of fights behind me, and the traveling, the everything, crowd, interviews, trainings, sparrings, fights, and of course, I have pressure, and the pressure makes you that you're more focused
Right.
in the cage. Or this is good, and. How to say, now I don't have, but when I fly there, when I sit in the hotel, then I know what will be very soon. So of course there is always pressure, and that this makes me more focused in the cage, and take me good energy, positive energy, and now time to show that what I trained for,
Mm-hmm.
that people can see how I'm dangerous. So I believe in myself. I believe in my skills, hands, wrestling, defense, everything. So, and yeah, the most important thing for me, I am happy and enjoy. Really, for the weight cut too, and different. I have different power now. I'm not tired. I go only. You know, I feel great. Good performance. And maybe this is reason also why I don't cut too much weight, and I have really like, okay, now is fight. I like it. So going to the fight with happiness. I'm
Yes.
really, yeah, yeah, and of course pressure is there, but positive energy.
Yes.
Everything positive.
Of course, man. And I mean, I'm curious, like, for your last KSW fight, you had a massive one. Obviously, you got to fight the legend Khalidov, in the final fight there, becoming the double champ and all. Like, was the pressure pretty crazy in that one? Because, like, that was a big spot, getting ready to fight a guy like him, the title on the line, and then what last fight on the contract, like all these elements to that one. Roberto, was that kind of a crazy moment for you to get to go through that whole process?
I yeah, of course, because it's big. How to say? I don't know how to say on big. Big historical
Yeah.
for me. Like I, as a kid, I was 22 when I fight against Boris Makovsky. He was 6 years champion in KSW, and when they open the doors, when I see like 25,000 people, they on the screaming on me. Then so I know this from before. So with the Khalidov, like I seen this before, and I know that I'm dangerous. I know that I was ready. That I'm good condition, and I'm ready to go. Just if I'm like good. This was fight on the middleweight 185, and I didn't have the had the fight before the fight, like weight cut.
Right, right.
So yeah, and I enjoy every moment, and. When I go in the cage, I was so ready, so strong, and like it's not gonna be easy for him. So and yeah, I throw this punch, and I win the belt. But this is also past. This is also one of the school from my career. Now now my career starts.
Mm.
I feel
Hmm.
I feel like this. This is everything behind. Now my
New
career
chapter.
starts. Yeah, new chapter, new level, world stage. This is most important thing. That this world stage, Amazon Prime, like US. Everything is good. Everything is, like super excited, and yeah.
Definitely, man. It's all very, very exciting. Can't wait to see, this next one. Is always excited to watch you fight, Roberto. And it's interesting. You look at your career. You've only had one rematch, right? One official rematch, the Dricus Du Plessis fight. And I want to ask you about that specifically because, you know, some people going into a rematch with the same person like will change things up a lot in terms of their preparation. And for you, I'm curious. Did you have to change a bunch when you prepared for a rematch? Was it a lot different than going into a fight with somebody new for the first time? How did you kind of do things differently in that kind of situation?
It's a lot difference because the first fight with Rikus and second they see the changes because it's also two fights different. When I took this rematch is also like other guy.
Mm.
Murad that time for him I think will be really dangerous. That night I was so ready and I know it. I feel it. He said that he feel I feel his power, but nothing new for me. But he didn't take any damage from
Right.
me. I know what he's wrestling, and I get up. But the rematch will be different too. I will be ready for different Murad. That time, I'm sure that I win this fight because everything was perfect, and even when I stand up like for 10 seconds from the his most powerful thing is wrestling, and I didn't sweat that time. He said that I breathe hard, like this is only talk. But okay, and rematch when will be it will be also like different guy. I'm also that different, so I have to prepare it for again for everything for the new, like also for the new guy. And yeah, with Rikus too, so weight cut was horrible. I was also like 23. I didn't. The guys around me was. They told me he was double champ too in
Mm-hmm.
AFC in South Africa, and they say he's big middleweight. He cut a lot of weight, and I changed my game. So I gain up the weight. I start to eat a lot and everything. Like, but this is also one lesson, and if I stay same, will be different. And the second fight, I just stay same like always. I
Mhm.
had that time like 83 kilos, like I don't know 180. So I cut 10 pounds, 170. I was really ready, more stronger, more everything. I didn't kill myself second time, and I have my eyes, my counter, and you see what happened to him. And you know, when I landed this shot, nobody can stay with it.
Yeah, man, definitely worked out pretty well. He made the proper adjustments, got the job done, and smooth sailing ever since, man. And it's interesting to me too, Roberto. Like, what in 2016 and 2017, between your MMA fights, you had some boxing matches, right? And I was just kind of curious, like, what made you want to do that? And is boxing something you want to do again at some point? Obviously, focused on MMA, but what kind of made you want to do those matches?
Yeah, my manager told me I tried to put everything, like also I tried to go kickbox, but that time I cannot fight because with the KSW contract and everything, but with one I can do it,
Yeah, you
That's
can do
why,
anything.
yeah, this is also one of the reason why I signed, that I don't have like after my MMA career, that I need to fight like bare knuckle like many guys,
Right, right.
what they do now. And in the one I can do everything. But manager told me, like you have good box, try it. We bring you good coaches for this. This is also good base for MMA, and I start to box. I didn't get so hard opponents, but someone who have a lot of experience, because also it's different sports. Sport, and I have 4-0. First guy was okay, second, and then third and fourth guy was tough, like tough guy, and I throw the hits and go very well. So 10 ounce the gloves, I move was good, everything was good. So I had also a lot of sparring in the box in my gym too, but also different sport, and. It's good also one of the my experience in career, and this is good, like you know it's I like combat sports, so I try to take from everything, like people go to grappling ADCC
Hmm.
match or something like this, so you take the most important thing, you take the experience from the fighting, also, you pressure nervous, it's fight. So yeah. And yeah, I like boxing. I like kickboxing too, stand up game. But I believe I'm like complete MMA fighter. But main thing, of course, stand up. If I see something bad, I can take you down too, and we will see. Yeah.
Absolutely. Very talented individual, Roberto. Can do it all, man. You prove that with all these fights and whatever combat sport it is. But I wanna leave you off with one last thing here, Roberto. Like, if you were never got into combat sports though, like what do you think you'd be doing instead? I know you were a soccer guy, right? Is that might have been what we would have ended up doing, or something else you think?
I don't know really. I find this sport so like like how to say, in one night I decided I go to fight, and was crazy thing, like
Yeah.
I I don't know what I do. Maybe because soccer, like, but it's not so good in my village. In
Mm.
Bosnia, where I born, was really poor village. Everything is hard, and I don't know. I don't know what I do really, man. It's so much everything. Also, criminal stuff there, and sports is very very little bit. But I go other way, and I stay disciplined. I watch the YouTube a lot. Then I see some moves. YouTube helps me a lot. Before that time.
Right.
But yeah, when you go in like in practical, like when you try to do in the live, is different. I don't know what I do really.
Well, hey man, you don't have to worry about it. You're pretty good at this fighting thing, so it's always a fun hypothetical. But All right, Roberto. Well, I'll let you get on with the rest of your day, man. Been
Thank
great getting to chat with you. Always exciting watching you fight, man. One of the best in the world. Cannot wait for this fight here in the U.S. for you, man. Going to be a very fun journey and experience as things go on. So, wish you the best of luck and thanks so much for the time, man. Hope you have a good, safe travels and all that.
thank you, sir. I hope I get the win and good performance that I show in US.